We're going to do the last game then that's going to take us out. Firing line, it's just the opposite. I'm going to give you some names of people and you just give me a hell yeah or whatever, or no. Okay. Or if there's a funny little story, you just throw it in there, please, if you would.
Okay.
First name is Lance Storm.
Oh my gosh. I would love for him to train me. If I was 30 years younger, I would want to be trained by Lance Storm. Best trainer in the business.
Last person you managed, is that true?
Yeah. Well, no, the last person I managed was Blake Christian.
Oh.
I was supposed to manage him. I was going to retire. Like everybody else, we say we're going to retire because I live in Tallahassee and it's hard to fly me in and out of Tallahassee. And I was just tired and I wanted to go to school. I went to barber school. I just graduated barber school and I decided to retire and I wasn't going to do any more wrestling at all. And he was my last person that I managed in Texas. And I said, I started in Texas. I want to end in Texas. But of course, people kept calling me to do stuff. And I was like, how can I turn it down? So.
You never say never in the wrestling business.
Exactly. I'm never going to retire now.
Next name is Terry Funk.
Oh my God. He's my favorite wrestler of all time.
Why?
I love him. Just because seeing him in the Japanese stuff going through the crowd and just Terry Funk is amazing. He's my favorite wrestler. Him and Dory.
Did you get into the tape trading thing early on?
Yeah.
Who was your? I'm sure there's no names anyone will recognize, but who were your tape hookups back in the day?
Oh my gosh, Eric Ben, he was my main trader who I got my stuff from. I still get my stuff from. I've known him since he was 15 years old.
There you go. Shout out for you. What
really
was better, All Japan or New Japan?
New Japan.
Next name is Rick Rude.
Oh my gosh, best body in the world. Loved his body.
Tough dude.
Yeah, tough guy. We started at the same time in world class, same month in September of '85. Next year was my 40th anniversary in wrestling.
Are you doing anything to celebrate?
Yeah, I'm getting 2 action figures.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
who through?
Finally. Matt Cardona's doing one and Steve Kern's doing one.
Steve Kern does them? What company is
Well, I don't know which company it is. It's a company that he got me hooked up with.
Ah, got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you need to let me know after this. I'll put some links on for the videos.
Okay.
And we'll get those plugged as well. Well, you mentioned him before as a greasy so-and-so, Lex Luger.
Oh, my gosh. He never talked to me in WCW, and now we're really close. Well, not really close, but every time I see him at a show, he's the most gracious, nicest guy in the world. I used to think he was so stuck up because he never would talk to me and never say hello to me. He would stay. Well, I remember one time I was sitting backstage at Center Stage reading a book, and he's standing there doing the rubber things, doing that right in front of me. And it's like right there in front of me. I'm like, I didn't know if I should stuff dollar bills in his tights or what. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he never hardly talked to me. So, and I said something bad about him on a interview one time that wasn't true, and I apologized. I just saw him a couple weekends ago, and I apologized to him. He said, "Honey, we all said a lot of bad things and did a lot of stuff." He goes, "I'm sorry I wasn't nice to you in WCW." We hugged and kissed and made up. So it's all good.
Yeah. So how's he doing physically now? Because I've seen him.
He stood up. He stood up. He was
standing.
Yeah. I hope he gets better.
I mean,
I really do.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's
got a good heart. He's got a good heart.
Yeah. What was the deal with him in WCW? Because it's not something I've not heard before. Was it just arrogance? Was it just
arrogance? I mean, God, when you're as gorgeous as that and got that body, you can be arrogant. It's like me when I was younger. When I was younger, I was a handful because I was really a handful. I was obnoxious handful.
Next question is Buddy Landell.
Gucci shoes, baby. Got your Gucci shoes on. Okay, funny story. I'll tell it quick.
No, you don't have to. Don't worry.
Okay, he got a Halliburton bag. Back in the day, Halliburtons were like, you made it as a wrestler when you had the Halliburton suitcase. And he brought it in, and Bill watched, came back, and he was like, you guys do shitty kicks. And he takes the suitcase, and he kicked it. No shitty kicks. Then he takes the bag again, takes it, kicks it again. He goes, learn how to kick, you guys. No shitty kicks. He gets it again. He's getting ready to kick it, and Buddy jumps on it and covers it. He says, "No, please, not anymore. I can't take it anymore."
How much did they cost back in the day? They were a pretty penny.
Oh my God, they were like $800. You know,
$800.
Yeah, for a suitcase.
Is that like the wrestlers? Like I've made it starter packs of the Halliburton secondhand Lincoln town car.
Yeah, the town car. Yeah. Now it's Louis Vuitton luggage. I have my makeup box that I paid in 1988 $1,900 for, and it sells for like $5,800 now.
Wow. What the same? Yeah. What, like a vintage, like the same year, or just the new versions?
No, I mean I think the older ones go for like $2,500 to $3,000. You could buy a used one for about $3,000. I paid $19,000 for mine in like '88 or '89, and I carry it. And it's been 1 million miles on Delta. It's been 800,000 miles on American and countless other airlines. And I use it every day. It has all my makeup, my deodorant, my toothbrush. I mean, I keep everything in my little box. Carry it around everywhere.
It's still going strong.
Still going strong. And more. And I get so many compliments on it at the airport.
Next one is Exotic Adrian Street.
Oh, my God. I only worked with him one time. And he was smelly, too. Him and Linda were smelly. I hate to say that.
No, don't worry about it.
He makes good tights, though. I heard he's fabulous tight maker.
Well, he did. Passed away.
Oh, he did. Yeah. Oh, he passed away. Oh,
yeah, a few months ago.
Sorry.
When did you work with him?
When I was in Alabama. Yeah. I came down to Mobile and worked a show for them in Mobile.
How did it go? In the end,
it was horrible. Me and Linda got into a cat fight, and she didn't know what she was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. It was horrible.
Fair enough then.
Horrible. One of my many quarter of a star matches.
You need to call up Meltzer and say, "Look, you bump it up."
Don't even say anything about it.
Okay, I won't mention it. Sean Waltman.
Oh my gosh, I love him. I remember when I did an autograph signing and he was still a fan, and he was just in wrestling school, and he came to the autograph signing, and I met him there. And I was told he's going to be a big star one day. He was right.
Yeah. Were you looking at him thinking, this skinny kid? But the thing is, he's pretty big.
Skinny little kid.
He's pretty big for these days,
big
though,
star. I know. I'm so proud of him. Yeah. I met him as a skinny little kid who slept in his car and would travel 8 hours to go to wrestling school. And John Arezzi said one day he's going to be a big star, and he did.
Next one, sort of related in a sense, because they both broke in roughly the same time, Jerry Lynn.
Jerry Lynn. Oh, one of the nicest people in the whole wide world. I love Jerry.
Next one's the Bushwhackers.
Bushwhackers. They're great guys. They're great guys. But only Luke's alive right now, right?
Yeah.
Is it Luke or Butch? Yeah, Luke is alive. Luke. Yeah. I see him every once in a while. Great. They were great. I remember when I was in WCW, but I wasn't working the show, and me and my family came in Tallahassee and we were sitting front row ringside, and they came up and did their whole thing for my dad and fell on my dad and did all this kind of stuff. My dad was just loving it and eating it up. Yeah, they did that for me.
Next one, Jasmine St. Clair.
Oh, one of my buddies.
Yeah.
One of my buddies. I love her. I'm the undersecretary to the I'm having a brain fart. To MK's the director of sports entertainment or whatever. I'm the undersecretary, and she's not secretary, she's head of the media. She's the media or propaganda, head of propaganda.
Yeah.
So she's in my little faction out in Phoenix.
How were the cat fights with her? Because I believe you wrestled her in 3PW.
I only had one time in 3PW, and I got knocked out completely, and Todd Gordon had to pick me up and carry me back to the ring. Another concussion I had.
So it went well then?
Yeah, it went really well.
Michael Hayes.
Oh, my God. Michael, I love Michael. We used to be in the car, me, him, and Johnny in UWF days, and Michael's so freaking smart about the business. He taught me so much. They taught me Carney. They taught me so much. And I used to sit beside John, and Michael be at the back, and he'd rub my shoulders and everything. Best massages ever.
Baby Doll.
Oh my God, I love her. If it wasn't for Baby Doll, I wouldn't be in wrestling, because John was in working Crockett, and I was living with John in Charlotte, and she came back with Tully, and Johnny said to her, "I'm going to get me one of you." And she goes, the next thing I know, 6 months later, he's with Missy out in World Class.
So she was like prototype.
Johnny got the idea. Yeah, she was prototype for Missy.
How did Nicola get into the business? Or because
her dad was a promoter of Lubbock in Amarillo. Yeah, her dad was a wrestler, and her mom was a wrestler. Back in the day when women didn't own their own cars, make their own money, and travel, her mom was a worker in the business and was a famous wrestler in the 60s and 70s, 50s and 60s and that era. Yeah.
Thing is, with
back in the day.
In the 80s, Baby Doll really stood out because she was the one valet manager who, if she slapped you, damn, it would look like it hurt, and it probably did.
Oh, yeah, it did. Yeah. Oh, it did.
Next one is Sir Oliver Humperdinck.
I never met him.
You never met him?
I don't think I ever met him.
Oh, I'm sorry, then I'll move on. Ted DiBiase.
Ted DiBiase, what a great guy. We in UWF, when we all got our first contracts, Ted DiBiase, myself, and Steve Williams all went and bought 300 ZX twin turbos. So we called it the official UWF car.
Was this all like coordinated or?
Yeah, well, not really coordinated, but one got one, and then we all had to. I'm going to get one too. Not the same color. We all had different colors.
Robert Fuller.
I don't know. I've only heard that he has the biggest penis in the world. I never seen it, but I've just heard it.
There has been mention made of it over the years.
Yes.
Like he could get a top wrist lock on it.
I never heard that. That's a good one.
I'm sure in quite a few interviews, he'd just be like, "God damn, boy, what do you think of this?" And be knocking
exactly. A little arm falls out.
Oh my god! So he didn't treat you to a show then?
No, I never got to see it.
Bubba Ray Dudley. Okay.
Oh, Bubba Ray Dudley taught my boyfriend, my life partner, how to work at his House of Hardcore. So he's really good.
Is Bubba Ray Dudley as brash in real life as he is in his wrestling personality?
He's a big pussycat.
Is he?
Yeah.
Ric Flair.
Oh my God. I'm just jealous that I haven't been one of his wives.
He's still at it at 75.
He's still at it, man. He's still going. I love it. And it's a shame because you know what? That whole pizza cut incident, the pizza restaurant incident, they didn't get the beginning. Like he was trying to use the bathroom and the kid that worked there was in the bathroom on his phone. And he's like, "Hey, listen, I really got to use the bathroom. I'm old. I really got to use the bathroom." And the kid shut the door on him and wouldn't let him use the bathroom. And they only had one bathroom. I guess it's okay for men and women to use the same bathroom, whatever. So they didn't get that on camera. They only got his tirade on camera, and they didn't know the reason why he did the tirade.
Yeah. Did you see his last match?
No, I just heard about it. No. I couldn't watch it.
That's fine. Sunshine.
If it wasn't for Sunshine, oh my God, Sunshine, thank you very much. I love you. She taught me, and she was so easy to work with, and it was so easy to work with her. She was the most wonderful. If it wasn't for Sunshine, she is the first lady of wrestling. Sunshine is, I think.
Where did she disappear?
They call me that. I'll take it. Huh?
Where did she disappear to? Because she seems to just be doused and gone.
And she Tampa, and she works for a bank, and she had a kid, and she wants nothing to do with wrestling.
So I'll never get an
interview. I talked to somebody that knows her. So.
Who replaced? Was it Precious who replaced Sunshine?
Yes. Yeah.
And I forget
because Jimmy Garvin came up with the idea, and his wife was pregnant at the time. So that's his cousin. Sunshine's his cousin. So he got her, and then they did the cat fight, which was the best gimmick in the whole world. And I remember watching that on TV in Atlanta and telling Jake, "That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I want to do that." And then Jake had me send pictures in, and David Manning called me and was going to have me come in, but Baby Doll got the job.
What was your favorite moment with Sunshine?
Oh my God, it had to be the mud pit match.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.